ukwenza imali does not require ukwenza into extraordinary. The most simplest ideas, you make money, you put food on the table.
Yeah, the most simplest things. And if you're in Joburg, you're not making money, it's a problem, because Joburg, like now, is a hub for everything. People want jeans, they want dresses, they want iPhones, they want belts, they want roller tights. Like, people all over the country. I'm talking about people in Eastern Cape, people in KZN, people in Northern Cape, people in Free State. And the stuff is here. All the stuff comes and lands here. The trucks come and drop off here. Where now you can't even take one product and sell it ngagini. We are here, fine. People ngagini bayakwazi. Advertise the products and sell the products. If you struggle to sell the product, then become a runner, charge a runner fee. It's okay. Mina kuba runner, ngikuthengela izinto ezifunayo, I charge 250, I charge 300 rand. Ngizame ngikuthengela izinto ezifunayo. Then come izinto uyisendela abantu. It's another business idea. There's a lot of money in this market. And abantu abanye who sleep on it, it's students. Because I told you when I was students, students these days, they go to school, but from school and bawuphuza, weekend bayalala, and now they have this expectation. Once I get a degree, I'm going to drive motor, so they're not even aware of the unemployment rates, hyperinflation, how unemployment rates affect abantu to the point to a lot of people now, they're working but they're exploited because they're scared to lose their job because they can't pay the bills. All of those things, students are not aware of them. They're being sold the stream, good side knows, solid degree. Close to 5 million graduates, man, people are going back to do another degree because they don't want to think outside of the box. There's products that you can push even as a student. Uthenga something in Dragon City, push it online, sell it, make money for yourself. When you complete your degree after 4 years, when you complete your degree after 4 years, your business will be 4 years old. It's gonna be big enough. Business yako, you have enough customers. You can live off a business in case you don't get a job, because that's what happened with me. When I completed my diploma, already I was in the game. So I knew how to cover my rent, how to cover my food and everything. Because I learned it when I still have the backing of NSFAS. You understand? I had food, I had free food, free shelter. So that's when it was easy and more flexible for me to test the game. Unlike someone who's going to come trying to test the game and at the same time he needs to pay rent. He needs to buy food. At the same time, you're hustling. Because now you start putting pressure on my customer. 15, you're putting pressure. You're still buying. You're calling a person 7 times, man, because now you're desperate to pay rent. That's when it's harder. But when you're a student, you have more leverage. Because now you can try this, you can do this. You have food. You have shelter. In the central, you know how much rent, how expensive rent is, like centrally. But you have in the mahala. You have access to internet, like 24-hour access. I'll cook man. Wi-Fi mahala. But you can't take advantage of that opportunity. Let me start something in Sala because of imsebenzi ayikho. We understand. So in case ngawuthola umsebenzi, angimena something engenzele imali. People don't have that mentality. They just intwana vibing, zaswenka, they're like boys. Like even myself, like I wasn't like this. These boys. They're playing around. Maybe for 2 years, I never went out. I remember I used to eat one good meal. It was ikota, chicken, uputsu, nevors. It was like 35 rands. I had one good meal a week. And beta is near the sexy rank. So the hustle was so hard that maybe for 2 years, I had one good meal. And then for the whole week, I would have bread, like 4 slices a day. Or mangadlang like special K, because special K say bam bindal. Hey boy, I'm telling you, bro. I know this, bro. I know this. I'm going my pepin. Yeah, bam bindal special K. You share special K, a lot of water. The whole day I was slim like this. I was very slim if you look at my old pictures. Share special K, share mans. Last until the next day. When I was okay, I was like 3. Uzobambe for the whole night, noma uzodla ebusuku because more like say na izojump. Yeah. More like say izojump, you still have a lot of hours yabo. So mina ukayila go 3 ukuthi hayi. Or mo bambile wathi 6. So 6 uyazi ngo 9 10. Ubamba 1 liter wakho lapha empompini. Yabo the next day masushaya sing. I used to eat bread like loaf ngiqeda in a week. Because bengisha 4. Nakhona skip days, special K loaf. I use my money for airtime and traveling. ngibela, ngithenga airtime, no girlfriend, nothing. For 2 years, nothing, bro. And no fun, no entertainment. If I'm not doing anything at that time, every weekend, I'll be. That's when it was easy for me to write books. I'll be reading about Robert Kiyosaki, Napoleon Hill, Paulo Coelho. I'll finish a book every weekend. I'll read books in Kalendlin or listen to audiobooks for 8 hours. I know if I'm reading 2 audiobooks, I have 16 hours of audio, so my weekend is covered. I'm indoors. I used to look nje ukuthi ngicule ko Cubana one day ngizongena Cubana yabo. And stuff ngibona ukuthi baphila labantu yabo, because I didn't even know what they were doing there, but it's one day I'll afford now I'll sit there yabo. And I remember going there for the first time at Cubana. I sat next to the bar, ngashaya ithoti ngabuka yonke into flashy la ngathi movie and stuff like I say moving because I've been walking past Linda for a lot of years. I remember I used to dream about having a bed, because at some point I was staying in a flat. There was 12 of us in a flat. That time I was staying in a kitchen. I mean, I was like 23 and the old boys were 18, 19. And there was a bunk bed and a double bed. And then upstairs, by candle, planks. It's within one apartment. But by candle upstairs. So now there's 4 people there and there's 2 people there. That time I didn't, because now that place where I was staying, I stayed there because I made a deal with the guy who would say, since I'm going to stay at your place, I'm going to get you tenant. And when he got tenant, he double crossed me. Then I had to move out. And I got another place for 700 rand. That place, I stayed in the kitchen. Now that was tough. Because manje, siyaqala lento yami, and ngo-4 ziyaqala zapheka intwana. Intwana zisemakhaya. Intwana eshisa ukhari intwana. So manje every time ngo-3 kumele ngiphume ngohlala epark.
Ngoba uzonukela ukudla.
Sometimes ngangikhala epark boy. Angifike ngikhale it's madoda. And that time it was tough because now my late mom that time.
Man, so rest in peace. Ushilo mama.
Yeah, washiyo.
Alale ngoxolo mama.
That time she didn't approve of entrepreneurship that much, because why I was saying I sent it to the school and here's a job, because she knew a lot of people with Department of Teaching. So I had to lie to my mom, because they told me my mom was getting sick and worried about me. So at that time I had to tell my mom that I got a job as an intern. So my mom knew that I had a job. I couldn't ask her for anything. But I didn't have a job. I was hustling. So now when she calls me the time, say, okay, the job is good. I'm hungry. And in Klelpandle at the time, it was hard. In Klelpandle, I'm waiting for 8 o'clock. Internet to pay punga, then go back to Endling. Or sometimes I'll go to Steve Biko campus at UT because there's free Wi-Fi. One of my guys gave me a code. I'll stay there until very, very late and come back in Lynn. That time I would eat mamas or eat iguinya at that time. It's iguinya, it's mamas, water, balance with water and stuff. Like it took long, and I used to dream of having a bed. Like one day I'll have a bed. One day I'll have my own room. And it happened. Like 2 years later, I had my own bed. I had books, I had minds, I had phone calls every time. Like 2016, I stopped chasing people. Like even today, I don't go to anyone. I don't chase anyone. People are coming to me now. Like if I leave this place, I'm going to have like 20 missed calls. People want to do business. I have a mind. People will come to my apartment, and people will be shocked. Why are you coming to this guy? This guy, Umazela, people have a porch. It's like, no, the guys, they know, they understand their hustle. So they relate to a lot of things. But from 2016 till now, I've never chased people. I've never went without food and stuff. It was those 2 years, those 10 years. And I stood the test of time. I stood it. Like, I was willing to die at that time, bro. Like, okay, if starvation kills, let me die. But I'm not going to get a job. Because I know myself. I get too comfortable too easily. So if I did get a job, I was never going to become the person that I am today. I was never going to write a book or anything. I was just going to go there, settle, get a job. I was never going to get the opportunity to influence thousands of people to write books. I wasn't going to be in this podcast. I was just going to be a normal man, maybe a teacher, maybe working in the bank, or who enjoys the polo and stuff, or pele lapo. But be understanding that I stood the test of time. I want to see, am I going to die from this or I'm going to succeed? There was 2 things, because I was starving a lot. I was struggling a lot at the same time, but the push was too much, because I'll wake up, because about 12, I wake up at 3 a.m., ngiswenke, go to town, do business, go to food courts, khona food courts Smith Street. Baza besixoshe sometimes because they know you're not there to buy food. We use the food court for a meeting.
For Wi-Fi yabo.